Hello and welcome back to the Forever World. I am Viable Sword. Last time we did these buildings behind me. We got the weaponsmith and toolsmith over here with a bit of a shared area. Not much in the way of interiors, but we're working on getting better. And then we got the blacksmith over here with a pile of ores and some place to work, and then a bit more of an interior. I'm going to take this door and gate out. I don't like it. Plus, I think he's got a way through his workshop and into the house, and I think that is plenty. Today, we are going to get the farmhouse and stables done, as well as another little house over there, and then these three back here. And if we have time, I want to get started on the fishing huts down here in the dock, which means we're gonna have to take all of this stone out and get dirt, take all of these path blocks out too, get some dirt and grass in here, get the fields out, and then build a dock down here, and then we'll put a few fisherman huts up here, and then we can get the villagers moved and out of the way before we work on the path. But I don't think we're going to get to the villagers today. We'll just have to see how it goes. Now that the roof is in, let's jump down and kind of see what we're working with. Let's see, I think actually what we want to do instead of windows on the other side is do another chimney right through here. Because man's got to cook up his food, right? I don't know. We might not, but I kind of like the idea. Alright, so then let's do up the rest of the house, and then we'll decide for sure if we want to change that to chimney instead. I could do it on the back wall, but that would take the shed's place. But we could move the shed over here more too. I don't know. We're gonna have to think about that while we finish this one. There and there and there, and then maybe here, here, and here, and then we may put in some more once we get slabs in. Yeah, let's get one there. And let's just start with that and then see what we think. Kind of lonely looking, isn't it? Let's go ahead and do this one, and then we will do that one too. So we want to change that direction to this way. We'll put one there. That looks a bit better. Just a bit better. Okay, so let's get our oak logs back. And pillar up here with more monstrosity of cobblestone. And put, no, wrong wood. We are not using spruce for that. And we're gonna put, and let's check it out. Yep, I'm not mad at that. I'm not sold on this yet, but we'll see. It works well on this smaller house, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work on the big farmhouse. But it's worth a shot. To start this interior, let's get a bed over. Actually, I may put the bed up there, so let's scrap that for now. Let's get a smoker in over here, and we'll do a small chimney here and move the shed. But of course, I didn't bring any materials. We'll go. Actually, yes, we do want those out because I want to do that and then that. Well, you shouldn't have came out from under them trees, should you have? Okay, and then we want that there, those there, and there. And let's pillar up a little bit. And put a stair there. And where'd my other ones go? One there. Oops. There. Let's see how that looks. Instead of that, if I did that. Wrong block. And that. How does that look? Bit too much, I think, isn't it? Okay. So then we'll put that here. And then move this for a minute. And then we'll put this one here and that one there. And then we'll put the smoker back. Would you guys hush, please? That does look better. Okay. And then we'll put a table either side, I think. Okay, so this is going to be moved. And we're going to have... Let's follow the pattern we already have. Put that there. And I think I want to do a stair there. Nope. Yes. And another block there. With a stair there. See how that looks. Not bad, okay. And then it's gonna go up straight through there. Let's trade that in for that. And then we will tear this down and get up top. Okay, and then we want to... I think just a small one should work. Doesn't have to stick out too far on this case. In this case. How does that look? I do think it actually needs to come out a bit more. Maybe to here. Put that one there. That's a bit better. We may tweak that a little bit more. Once we get this spruce out of the way. The animal pens. What we're going to do is get our walls, and we're going to do every sixth space we're going to divide that, so we have 5 for each one. 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th, and then that should be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So then we will have these divided up, And I don't have any more. I got loads of these ones. We're gonna divide them up for cows, pigs, and sheep, because those are the ones that we use the most. And then we may do a little chicken coop in the back, potentially. I haven't decided yet, but mainly I want to get the cows, pigs, and sheep settled in here, and then we're going to use some hay bales and some mud, maybe some coarse dirt, and get a lean-to on here with some spruce just to offset it from the house a little bit, and then we can get the animals in there to finish it off. Alright, we're almost done with the pens now. We used walls and spruce fences as well as gates, and then we capped it off with the fireplaces. Campfires. Why do I keep saying fireplaces? They're campfires. Anyway, so now we just need to get the flooring in and get some more animals in here. I also did a little bit of decorating inside. So we got a chest with a little table here, a chair and table over there. We put campfire under the smoker to simulate that it's actually cooking, along with some counter space. And then up top, we got the bed, a little bit more storage, and a railing so you don't fall off or get too close to the fire, the chimney. Chimney, that's what it is, chimney. So now we're going to gather up some hay bales and some coarse dirt, potentially some mud, and see how we can make that look. Okay, and the pig pen will need mud for sure, and I think we're gonna put that on the end. So then, let's just get some coarse dirt around the edges. So then if we go this way, and then maybe some here, and then a bit there. Maybe that's enough coarse dirt. And then we'll throw in some hay bales here. Do that. Oops, I didn't want it there. And then there. Maybe another one there. And then we can put one, not, yeah, let's do that way. And one there, and maybe a couple here. Dirt has been acquired. And what about putting some of this around? It helps. That is for sure. Will be the pig pen. So then we will want at least a little bit of mud around. And then probably some water in here. Although I might take this one back, put it there, and this one to go here, and this one to go here. And we'll put a bit of water in there. Oh. Face the other direction there, buddy. No. There. And for now, this will do. I do think we're going to have to go on a bit of an adventure and see if we can find a mangrove swamp. That way we can get some muddy roots instead of coarse dirt around here. I think that will work a lot better. But we're not going to do that just yet because I want to do something about these sheep. This one's going to be pretty similar to the cow pen, except obviously we're still going to need grass around. So we're going to start by doing the same thing we did on the others and take out the edge and just putting coarse dirt down. Maybe there and there and there. Another one there. And a bit of coarse dirt around, but not a lot. Get out. Move. Maybe a bit here. But then the rest of it we want to leave as grass. Yeah. I think that'll do. It's not quite as done up as this one here, and honestly I like this one the best. But like I said, I mean, they're going to need grass to be able to regrow their wool. So I think that will do. And then we just need some lanterns. I think what I want to do here is just keep it really simple. Can I can. Awesome. Get out. Shoo. Shoo. No. And we're just going to put them right in the middle of each pin. No, I don't have to because they travel, what, 10 blocks, right? The light does. But that's okay. And a very short time later, we have another of the smaller houses done. We kept it pretty simple. A spruce roof, just 2 windows, one on either side. The back wall is whole and blank. And on the inside, we just have a bed, a little bitty table, and 1 copper chest. I gotta be honest, this pig pen is really bugging me. And I really think we need some muddy mangrove roots. So we are going to put off the last 2 houses and go exploring and try and find a mangrove. Hopefully there's one close by, but I would not bet money on it. Alright, now that we got our pockets empty, we got a little bit of wood to take with us, a water bucket, a couple extra bundles, and some leads, torches. So now we're going to grab Flash and head to the boat. Come on, pal. Come on. Fine, you'll teleport anyway. I hope. There you are. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. In the boat. Oops. There we go. Alright, and let's see. I think we want to go. Why is there a chicken out there? Let's see. Oh, we didn't bring a bed. Whoops. And since we are going to be doing our underwater base over this way somewhere in the future, I think we'll go this way to start and see what all we got over here while we search for a mangrove swamp. That is a room portal. Okay. Sweet. Let's see what we got. And what? What? Okay. Why so many iron nuggets and why 2 lodestones? I've never seen that before. Huh. Okay. Well, I guess I won't question it. And then we will... There! Sweet cheese! Sweet. Let's grab a little bit of acacia then. A couple saplings, and then we're gonna go into that swamp. Now that we got some muddy mangrove roots, let's get this pig pen finished up. There, there. How does that look? I think it's still too much mud. Put one here too. And maybe one here. Yeah, that's a lot better. I like that. Okay, so now we just need to get the cows over here. Find some pigs. Which I actually haven't seen very many of around here. So I don't know if I messed something up or what. But let's get these guys over here moved. I should have, I guess, grabbed some wheat, huh? Make it easy on us. Do I have any more? I do. One will be plenty. Although I do need to breed them up. There. Come on, guys. Let's go. Don't trample my carrots. Move it, move it, move it. And we're gonna come right in here, guys. Don't push. Single file line, single file line. Come on. Oh, you're gonna be difficult. Okay, let's break the walls. Hey, no, come on. You want the wheat. You know you do. Now let's get our walls in place. And you there? Come on. You still want the wheat, guys. Hello? Hey, guys. Hey, hey. Can you not do that? Ha! Gotcha. A little while later, and with a bit of brainstorming, I cleared out the spruce trees and decided to go ahead and put a shed up over here for the farmer. And we just used some dirt and coarse dirt and oak and spruce for the simple little shed. It didn't need to be grand. I almost used stone, but it just didn't feel right. So inside, we got dirt and coarse dirt coming in here too. We got a hoe and some wheat, some leather drying out upside down there, and a shovel. I need to get this composter filled, but otherwise, it's just a little bit of storage, some shelving, and a lantern. But I do need to, before I forget, I want to fill this up. One more. There we go. And then the shed is done. The one that was set here was just too close. I might still put something over here, but I'm not sure what. There's just not a whole lot of room. I might do another little bitty house like this one. Before I get started on the path, I want to get another little simple building thrown up over here too. I did decide against the library. I think this will be more of kind of a pub diner place. I don't know. We'll have to see how it turns out, because like I've said before, I'm not very good with interiors, but I have an idea in my head. So I'm going to lengthen this building up if I can click the right buttons, and we're going to run it. Do I have any of these? Say here, and give me my pick. Thank you. Give me here. And then we're just gonna kind of lengthen it up and make it a bit of a diner. And actually, I might even bring it a little farther this way. Put some tables in there, a counter, and maybe see if I can get a hold of some paintings for the walls. I'm not sure yet, but like the houses, a lot of stone and a lot of wood. And then once we get that done, then we will run the path through the village and turn it this way. And next time we will get the terraforming done and get the dock in, as well as the fishing huts, and get the villagers moved into their accommodations. And then we still need to get the town little gathering place, because it's not really the square. It's not the middle. It's not the central place of the village. But it will be their gathering place. Like in the naturally spawned villages, they'll have a place to kind of gather around, and if this was Java, they'd gossip and all that good stuff. Don't eat all your grass. It needs to grow back. I also didn't like the muddy mangrove roots. I didn't realize until I was editing that they are directional. And I did not like the directions that they were facing. I didn't want them sideways. I didn't think it fit real well with this, and it didn't break it up enough. So I went through and tore them all up and placed them upright. Can I get out? Thank you. So let's get this last building up, and then we'll get the path going. And then for the roof, we're going to keep it pretty simple with some stairs here. And the same on this side. And we're just going to walk this up. I think 1, 2 more, maybe. Let's see how that looks. And then that'll leave slabs for how many? Lower slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How does that look? Yeah, it's okay. And then maybe another slab there. Or alternatively, where'd my axe go? Instead of that, give me those. Get this out of the way. Let's see. It's a 1 center, so let's do this and this. And then put another slab there. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So we need to get back up top and get that finished. Come on. Why are stairs so difficult to just line? There we go. And then a bunch of slabs. And then we want another slab there with a stair there and a stair there. I think we're gonna try that on this building as well. Not sure about that. Let's go to the other side and do it 1 in and see how that looks. I like the gap here, but I don't like it being flush with the stone. So we're gonna take it back out. Can I have the logs back, please? Thank you. And we're just gonna do it this way. That is better, I think, than being across the whole way. Yeah, so let's grab that out and switch the direction, and we'll do the same over here. And then we'll put windows there and there. And the entrance, let's see here. And find a bed. And then we will put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So maybe a 2 wide there and a 2 wide there. And then on this one, we'll leave that. Let's see. Do a single 3 wide window there. No, no we won't. Actually, yes. We want the windows here. Not over here, because we're going to put a chimney there for the fireplace. And then we want to... I don't know if I have enough logs for this. Oops. Definitely won't if I place them in the wrong place. Nope. I don't want that. Not on the inside. Okay, and then on this side, we'll do... no windows. I don't think. Might change my mind. So I'm thinking... a bit of a table here. Or counter, rather. How does that look over here? I don't like that. So let's go... this way? And we'll do that, and then we'll put a trap door there, which I don't have on me. And then we'll have a stove and a chimney, and then some seating in here. Oops. That's fine, I need to take all those out anyway. And then, let's see. Spruce, which I did not bring with me, of course. Okay, and then we'll want to put that probably there. And then I want the spruce to come along this way. I don't like that either. Okay. Third time's the charm. Let's take these out. And get them back because we're running low. And let's actually run it here. Yeah, I think I like that better. So we're going to take these back. And inset them by 1. And this one will be a little bit different because it will be where the chimney is going to go. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe one in the middle? I'm not sure. But I also want these stripped. And I don't want to break my axe, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on it. Then we want to tear out the floor and get spruce in. Okay, so if we put table here. No, I don't. If it's up against the wall, I like the gates, but this isn't, so... oh, they're right there. Get one of those with a chair there and there. Doesn't leave any room there though, does it? What if we put one there? That doesn't work either. Maybe? Very sprucey. So, let's get a few other bits. Let's try these. And I think I want to push this one over to here. And then we'll put one there and one there. Not like that. I think that'll work. And then if we do 2 here. And then squeeze in some seating here. And then we still have enough space for a 2 over here. I don't know if that will look how I want though, so we may just do 1. A single seater. That looks okay. And then if we do 1 more here. And do it like that. Yeah, I like that. And just like that, we have a nice little place for the villagers to come and eat and enjoy each other's company. So we got plenty of seating, and we got a nice little countertop over here with a register or a till, whatever you want to call it. We got a little bit of storage, more secure storage for the money out of the till, and a bit of storage here, and the oven's on and ready to cook. So I'm gonna call this one finished. We will work on out the front of the door when we get to the path. For the path, we're gonna do something super simple. We're gonna need our coarse dirt. We shouldn't need dirt, a couple path blocks, even though we're gonna be tearing up a bunch more. We also want to come over to the field and get the mossy cobble slabs. We're going to do it a lot like what we have here and through the field. So we're going to want to tear a bunch of this up. And I think 3 wide is plenty. And then here we're going to start going this way. Something kind of like this, I think. Maybe 1 there and 1 here. And then we'll go with a path block there and here. And I don't want to repeat the same pattern too much. So instead of putting that, something kind of simple. Let's see, and that'll be coarse dirt as well, for now at least. Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do then is go to bed. And then I'm going to get a whole bunch more coarse dirt. And we're going to line it with coarse dirt like we did around the field. And then we will spot some path blocks and mossy cobble slabs through it. I think that will be a good start. And then of course we'll do the rest of this path after we have terraformed down to the docks. But this will give us a nice little Let's put that there. Nice little, what's the word? It'll give us a nice idea of how we want this to go. Actually, I want to cut that back. And I want to add a bit here. And then I think I want that one to go 4 because it's... No, I don't. Maybe. I don't know yet. Let's see. So then we'll just come through, and every so often we will put some slabs in and some path blocks in. Now that we have the beginnings of our path in, all we have left to do is the dock area and the fishermen's huts. We need to move the villagers into their permanent accommodations. And then once we have that done, we will do the little town square slash gathering area. And then we'll finish the path to this building once we have that. And then this village will be done. So that is where we're going to call this one an episode. I hope you've all enjoyed it as much as I have. It's taken me a while, but not as long as I expected, to be honest with you. So if you have enjoyed it, please click that like button. And if you would like to see more, please consider subscribing. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Before we end this episode, I thought I would give you guys an update on the mine. I know I said I'd be giving you updates and you haven't heard about it in a while, and I'm sorry, but it's taken me a long time. I haven't had as much time as I would like to put into it here lately, so we got texture down all the way to deep slate, but we do not have the golems in all the way down, and we haven't added the stairs and the slabs to add any kind of depth yet. But we're getting there. I did get the fences and the gates put in. And like I said, all the texture is done. It just needs some depth. And we left some holes in the walls. I don't know yet how I'm going to finish that off, but that'll be when we come back through with the stairs and slabs. A couple of slabs down here to kind of lower it a bit on some spots, and maybe some dripstone too, I'm not sure. All the way down here. I think we have one more level maybe. Nope, it's right here. So this is where I stopped. I'm not sure how I want to merge these together, and I'll show you why. I just got to get to the end of this tunnel here. Yeah, it's down there. Okay, so the way that it ties in by default, I like, other than the diorite and the granite. But even sometimes that has its place and it looks pretty good. And then there's the fact that cobble deep slate is darker than normal deep slate, and you can't get variations of normal deep slate. So like right here even, it's not a whole lot darker, so you can use that for texture, but it kind of gets lost a little bit. So I've been playing around with cobble deep slate, normal deep slate, and even some gray concrete powder. And I thought that might work pretty well, but it's so smooth and quiet compared to the other textures. So I'm not real sure. I might try some mud maybe. I'm not sure. So we may end up making this whole thing, as much as I love deep slate, just to make it work a bit better and a bit easier for us, I may just continue the stone and the mossy stone and cobble on down here too. But I wanted to show you guys what we got so far.